little confused about this shirt. But Ren, for the big day.
Corpus
That's not how you pronounce it. Okay, I love when Therese does accents, so this is going well for me.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, Therese.
Oh boy.
Keep your feet in check, Therese.
Just kicking things around in Saint Stories. It's basically soccer practice.
Literally.
Fan club of the Eucharist. Me, Thomas Aquinas. Anybody else want to join? If you've been hanging around Saint Stories for a while, or if you're new, you might be wondering, what are we doing? It's not a saint's feast day. It is the feast of Corpus Christi, aka the solemnity of the most holy body and blood of Christ, aka the Eucharist. Crowd cheers. Woo! Just yesterday, actually, I was asking Beth and was just like, how do people live without the Eucharist? But fun fact, the feast day today was actually born from a place of disbelief. Let me explain. Years ago, in 1263, somewhere in Italy, a priest was consecrating the bread and wine. And while he was doing this, became overwhelmed with feelings of doubt. Like, this isn't real. What am I even doing? Like, is the Eucharist legitimate? Just overwhelmed with these feelings. And in that moment, as he was wrestling with these feelings of doubt and disbelief, blood started to drip from the host as a confirmation of what we believe, that this is truly the body and blood of Jesus Christ. This then became a confirmed Eucharistic miracle and inspired the feast that we celebrate today. So this miracle inspired Pope Urban IV to institute a feast specifically to celebrate the gift of the Eucharist. I mean, come on, I feel like we could do this every day. Fun fact, Pope Urban also commissioned our good friend Thomas Aquinas to compose a mass and office for the Liturgy of the Hours for this special feast. Man after my own heart. Fan club of the Eucharist. Me, Thomas Aquinas. Anybody else want to join? But friends, today as we celebrate this inexhaustible, incredible gift that we receive at Mass, that we visit in Eucharistic adoration, Jesus Christ truly present among us, I want to just emphasize that the gift of the Eucharist is the common denominator of every great saint. The saints that we talk about here and that we celebrate in our church all shared this deep and personal intimacy with Jesus Christ that is available to us through this sacrament. They didn't just receive Jesus when they became a saint and were united with him in heaven. They received Jesus while they were still here on earth because the Lord desired to dwell among us and instituted this gift in his church. It is what inspired them and sustained them in their pursuit of heaven, because the Eucharist allows us to truly be one with God. And when we choose to acknowledge this reality, to dare to believe that the Eucharist is real, that Jesus Christ came to dwell with us in his church, everything changes. The grace of the Eucharist cannot be understated. It will change your life. As my friend Saint Faustina once said, all the good in me is due to Holy Communion. I owe everything to it. I feel this holy fire has transformed me completely. This can be the same for you. And if you're sitting here watching this video, or maybe you went to Mass today, or maybe you haven't been to Mass in years because you thought, how could this really be real? This seems like a routine. This seems like an act. It's all for show. I don't know what it means. I want to affirm you today that the Eucharist is still for you. Even in the midst of your disbelief or your doubt, Jesus wants to be with you. That's why he showed himself to a priest who didn't believe in the act that he was doing, but God's grace exceeded his humanity. God was so generous to institute this gift and then to continually come back to us through the sacrament. There have been times in my life where after years of receiving Jesus in the Eucharist, after years of walking with the Lord, I began to look at this sacrament and think, this can't really be real. It seems too good to be true. And I took this feeling and this doubt to a trusted priest. He offered me the affirmation that yes, the Eucharist is real. And yes, you might struggle to believe it because you struggle to believe that anybody would desire to be that close to you. And maybe you're like me and have been hurt in your life or lost trust with people or struggled struggle with your confidence, don't know what the Lord has planned for you, you struggle to really trust the Lord, and in turn, you rely on yourself and you struggle to let anyone in. And so the thought of Jesus Christ, the most perfect person who ever lived, coming to dwell within you, desiring to be close to you, desiring to know your heart, doesn't seem possible. But friend, I want you to know that you are worth pursuing, and that's exactly what the Lord did for you and does for you every time you receive the Eucharist. So come to Him today, come to Him tomorrow, come to Him every day for the rest of your life with confidence that He wants to be with you. And that is why He instituted the Eucharist in His church. And that's it. So friends, with this confidence, let's join the saints in heaven as we proclaim the truth and say, Holy God, we praise your name. Thank you for the gift of the Eucharist. You might have picked up on the fact that the Eucharist has changed my life. If you want to learn more about lives that have been changed by the Eucharist, check out the rest of our videos. Bye!
Bye-bye!